Welcome
to
Milking
It.
My name's Brian.
I'm Sebastian.
I'm a Maddie. I was going to say Arturo.
Arturo.
Welcome back.
I didn't think you were actually. I didn't think you were.
In so long, my
been
brain's
a
like.
I didn't think you were gonna
on?
actually do that.
It's been a while. At least in our time, it's been a good minute.
I hope everybody enjoyed
It's been a month.
the last episode with our guest.
Oh yeah, we had a guest.
First of the season.
Yeah.
Hopefully
first
not
of
the
season.
last.
Hopefully not the last. How many episodes are we
Hopefully
doing
it's
this
the last
season?
time we have her on, right?
Okay. What were we gonna say? How many episodes are we doing this season? It's just one more, or the same as last time?
We're doing 16 or not.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna add one more to it. We're gonna try to beat
16?
the previous season.
Yeah.
So we're going for 16.
What is this?
This would be
9?
episode 8.
Oh, we're
We're halfway there,
Wait.
Yeah.
and then we take another break.
Another break.
After this.
Summer break.
Summer break. It's
Yeah, we're
probably
in
gonna
the
be
summer.
like winter and New Year's break.
We're in the heat of the summer, gang. It's really warm in here. It's like I don't know.
But they're
It
also
feels like
working.
80.
They're also
I
working with the
feel wind,
AC.
though.
They're also working on the AC on the second up on the roof.
Oh, is there something wrong with it?
So I guess
It's always wrong.
something's always messing up in this place, but if it's not one thing, it's another. That's all I gotta say.
Oh well.
Well, I am kind of tired today.
Yeah, you were partying it up. You were.
I was not partying
yeah.
it up.
You were the opposite.
I was working. Shout out to
Yeah.
my boy over there on the cameras. He helped me so much. I don't think I would have cleaned up or set up as quickly as I did before. But
Stop playing.
that guy over there.
Okay.
Anyways, where were we?
So I don't know where we were.
Oh, anyways, yeah, I'm really tired.
Oh, yeah, he's really tired.
I'm not really tired.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't get home until like 4 in the morning.
that's rough.
You guys know why.
Yeah.
4 is late.
They won't know why.
The
They
real
won't know
ones
that.
will know why.
I remember for a while I tried to sleep from 9 to 4. Like that was my sleep schedule for
Like 9
7
p.m.
hours?
to 4 a.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I liked I really love having those like 3 hours of the morning just to like vibe. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I just get up and I'll maybe I'll pray, I'll read, and then I'll read some other stuff. I'll watch some TV, catch up on like shows I'm watching. It's like but it's impossible because like I'm here at church till super late. So like Thursday is the during the day terrible. Friday during the day I feel terrible, but the rest of the days of the week I feel like, all right.
People are a different animal in the night.
Animal, different animal. They're different animal.
Like they're a different person. It's like when you're with friends, bro. It's like, dang, these are different people.
No, bro, that's so true. Like you're like I know you more than I've ever known
And
you.
I feel like because like whenever we went to Colorado, I was like, I need to get away. Like whenever
Oklahoma.
whenever it's like at that point, Oklahoma. I need to get away from people. Like I don't want to be
That's
near you.
not
Like I don't want to be near you right now, bro.
No, like this guy,
I can get that.
he got up early, went outside, read the Bible, had time of prayer. He would disappear for a little bit.
Yeah, I have to have my. I need to have my time.
I
need to
get
have my
that.
time.
Well, it's because you're an only child.
Huh? What'd you say?
Does that have anything to do with
What'd you say?
No,
Oh.
I was just making fun of him.
What'd you say?
Because you're the only child.
Oh, maybe. I like my time alone. And I like to. I like a routine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe this time. Maybe we're gonna call it. I'll stretch my
It's 'cause I
boundaries.
like
I'll
the-
stretch.
I like-
Yeah, just do it one night, bro.
I
Yeah,
feel like
it's the one.
vacations are like supposed so you get out of your routine. Like that's what they're made for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like stop brushing your teeth.
Oh. But yeah, I'll try it one night. I'll do it the last night we're there. I'll do it the last time we're hanging out. Okay.
Oh, I'm letting you know now. That last night.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not.
we get to sleep in the car too.
Yeah, that last night. I'm going to sleep early. Like.
Do y'all want him staying up?
No,
Or you
you-
sure
No,
you want him?
we've already talked
sure
about
you
this.
wanna
We've already
stay
talked
up?
about this. We said we're going to bed early that night before.
I know what I'm saying. Like you want him up on
Yeah.
I can drive at least like some of it. No.
Sketchy, bro. Sketchy.
No.
I gotta.
Hey, but he goes
I
dream
gotta
dimension.
clean my-
Like,
Dream-
ah!
I've driven 12 hours.
Bro, I just can't have people like Brian. Bro, in Oklahoma, you're like, I'm gonna be with you on the drive back, like just trying to keep me awake. You and our back passengers.
Yeah.
After the antique store, as soon as we were going back back home, they knocked out, and then you're like, I can still make it, and then like 5 minutes later you're like, Artie, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
The whole entire ride back to Buc-ee's.
I will tell you something. I will knock out the second I get.
Amadi, you knocked out on the plane.
I
in like
would. I
a
will knock
minute.
out. Any movement. I don't know.
The plane wasn't even moving.
It was a reflex.
Bro, our
like
car-
I'm in
our car's gonna go off.
I'm in the
I think.
atmosphere.
You think?
At least for the first half of the drive.
The other half
Oh
you're
my
gonna try to
gosh.
kill each other.
Bro, the best part is whenever everyone and like all your entire family's asleep, and then you wake up and you're just talking with your dad because he's just out there, and you're just talking. And you'd be like, what are you
I would do
doing?"
that. I would do
It's
that.
been good. We got a couple more hours, and they're all like knocked
Dang, we're
out.
gonna have to do like a seating chart. Every time we stop, we'll switch shotgun. Whoever's the shotgun.
We're stopping like twice.
Exactly. That's okay.
Like while y'all are driving, we start.
That's like 4 different. Cause like 2 there, 2 back, so it's like 4 different people get the shotgun. I guess. Yeah, that's like a bit of a.
Have you
No, but isn't it just?
Fake as what?
assumptions done?
No.
But isn't it just? And then in that car is it Angel?
It's just the guys,
me?
except me,
And
The
Jared.
guy except for him.
except for me.
Yeah, one of us will get it twice though. So who's that guy?
Twice.
Oh yeah, because it's 4, 2 on the way and 2 back.
Yeah. So who's gonna be that guy? Who's gonna be that?
We
No
can-
one, y'all.
Battle to the death?
We can grab
No,
holes.
it would,
Wrestling?
We'll have a way to determine it at the
We'll wrestle.
trip.
We'll wrestle the day before.
Yeah.
The night before y'all are wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, back to Milkin It.
Yeah, I think.
They're probably so bored with us. I'm
No, I think that was
sorry.
entertaining. At least for me, I don't care.
I mean, but they wouldn't get it. Would you?
If you're still here, oh, should we mention him?
Wait, yes, we have to
Mention
mention. He commented on the last one.
Who?
Who?
Should I mention his
Should
name?
we say-
Mice?
The epic conspiracy theory?
Why do you keep making it?
Look at me, look at me, look at me.
It just makes too much sense.
It makes too
Like,
much
shh.
sense.
Hold on. Elias Martinez. We know we
We
see.
know who you are.
No, we see your name.
I know
You
who
comment
she
a
is.
lot. We don't know who you are. We don't know if you're real. We suspect it's Amadi's. Because you commented a lot, and if you're real, send me an email or hit us up on social media. You know,
What if he just responds like no?
That's what she's gonna
Or what?
respond.
Just
yeah, that's what she's gonna respond to. No.
I'm
Oh!
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Elias,
Like
please.
either he's the realest one, or it's a mice.
Why do you think it's me out
No,
of everyone?
the episode comes out 30 minutes later,
30 minutes.
or like an hour later.
There are some times where it's pretty recent and he'll be
Like,
the first one.
unless he has he's really good at answering like post notifications.
I guess.
Watches it immediately.
I don't know.
That's cool.
I don't even.
But, if it's
I
not-
don't even watch it that quickly, bro. I barely watch it because I'm like, oh, I already remember it.
I don't put it under in the background, like when I'm doing something else. Like I'm cleaning the house
If
and I
you
put it on
aren't,
the TV.
if you aren't a mice,
If you are, I said, bro.
bring them on.
Okay, hold on. If you're real,
Send us a selfie right
no. If you're real,
yeah.
send us an email. Tell us the city you live in, and then we'll see if we can bring you on here.
You have to
It's her
duplicate.
address.
You have to just split it in half.
No, not. We don't need address. Just
What
the
is it?
city. Just the city.
Just
Imagine he
mitosis.
sends you an
Mitosis, bro.
address.
I'm gonna look it up. That's pretty close to where Amadis lives.
Bruh.
That's Amadis.
That's so funny.
Okay,
And if it's you, bro?
No.
it's not me. That's for
It's
sure.
not me.
It's not me.
I
Angel?
would never come up with that name.
And
not
I
you?
would.
Okay.
I'm like,
We gotta see. He'll see this. He'll see this and
Yeah.
we'll know. And we'll know.
We're not even gonna ask people to comment
Imagine
down
you
below.
just never
We're just gonna
know.
wait for his response.
Yeah, we're waiting for his response.
He's the real
his
one.
is the. You're our real fan, bro. Like our realest fan.
Like,
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Oh, I was listening to an earlier episode, and I noticed, I think it was like episode 4, episode 5 of the first season. And we were talking about our viewers, and it might have said 4. And then, like, it was just us 4 watching it.
Now we.
I thought it was funny. No, it's 5.
No, it's
Now
fine.
it's 5 of us.
What?
Or it could just still be 4.
Which, by the way, we hit 101 on TikTok.
Nice.
And we gained like maybe 5 new subscribers on YouTube. So we're up to like 78.
It's a big number.
Bro, my friends need to lock in for.
Get it
To all the
100,
strangers
200.
out there, thank you. To
Yeah.
all our friends out there.
Y'all suck.
They won't even.
They won't even hear this part.
They won't even hear this part because they don't watch it. So
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Milk
so,
time or
milk
is
it,
it-
milk it.
Milk time. So this milk. I'll bring it first.
Yeah. It smells bad.
Why is the postures the same?
Okay.
Like,
So this milk is not sold in Texas.
guys, guess which one is mine?
There's 3 left. Wait.
I know. Guess which is mine, guys.
Obvious.
Okay, just kidding.
Was that like a Dora moment? Can you kind
You almost did it.
I like
Right,
this.
did you bring these because you broke the other ones?
Yeah.
You felt
I
like-
like them because they're easier to clean.
And it's like a shot glass.
Yeah.
Oh, those.
No, it was
glasses
perfect.
made me
It's,
come
it's
out.
what is this, like 5 ounces? It was perfect because like we rarely drink a whole cup of this.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers.
I just
Cheers.
smelled
I
it.
just
Cheers.
smelled it.
Yeah.
Why does it smell like
And-
fish?
It
Fish?
doesn't smell like this. It doesn't smell like it.
I've never tried this one either.
Yeah, we know what it is. We know what this
Oh.
is. We know what this is.
It is nanner.
That's exactly what I smelled. Like,
But it's not sold here. Or at least I can't find it.
Where'd you get it from?
I had to order it from California.
Oh wait, this is straight from California.
What do you mean?
You got the.
Yeah, I ordered it.
Wow.
I like it.
Because when I got the cups online too, and I was like, hey.
Why'd you have to stir it though?
Huh?
Why'd you have to stir it?
Well.
What's it, powder?
Yeah, it's powder.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Why do you need like 2 people's help to like do that?
I didn't. I did at first,
So
but
you
then
just
I
made
realized
Valerie-
You
that-
made
You made Valerie
Valerie
waste
for
gas for no
reason.
No.
She won't see this part either.
Yeah.
But if you do, Valerie, comment.
But it's a common brand, but for some reason they don't
Sorry,
sell
I
it.
just thought of something when you said that. Like, imagine like Elias. He's like the same age as Valerie.
I don't know. That boy better. He's gonna go through a lot of check marks before you know. Anyways, sorry. You were saying it's a common brand.
Mm-hmm.
Common brand, like name brand,
Yeah.
like Oaks Farm or whatever.
Oh, you're not done.
I'm done. Grazie.
Did you buy the wood thing too?
No, Valerie gave me that.
Oh, that's why it looked familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I've seen that thing.
What do we give it? Oh, we got the funny ratings. I rate it. Square root of 2 clavinets out of 17 dragonflies.
This will be like fun.
Minute-long
Yeah.
ratings.
What are you saying?
Square root of 2 clavinets out of 17 dragonflies.
I'll say 6 chickens out of 2 cows.
Okay.
Wait, isn't this your first milk that you
Right. No, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, dang. Wait, I'm just mesmerized by like.
I was just clicking. I was like, last episode,
It's been so long.
and then the last one was like, wait, you didn't drink any.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. I give it 2 red crayons out of 6 light fixtures.
What?
Hmm.
Light fixtures?
Yeah, like.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll give it like a good 6 rings. Out of 12 ding dongs.
Hmm.
Ring,
Aren't those
ring,
like Twinkies?
ding dong.
Yeah.
Chocolate-
They're-
chocolate too?
No, ding dongs.
Like the.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking
They're
about
like
like
the
a
Wingums.
like
They're
a
like the American.
like the
No.
rings and then the
No,
ding dongs,
these are
right? Yeah, like
So-
ring, 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 ding dong, ding
Oh,
dong.
zebra cakes?
No, the ding dongs What are the
Aren't
ding-dongs?
ding-dongs just American penguinos?
I think they are. Yeah.
Say.
Yeah.
I'm not
Say.
saying.
Say.
This is the way she enunciated. Say. Okay. So,
Amaris.
your topic, huh?
We're so excited to hear
We're
this.
so excited that you like prepared it like really
Right
well.
That's how long you took. She came up with the episode.
I didn't prepare it right now. They're just making fun of me.
Yes.
No. She was gathering her notes together into one
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
somewhat.
Something.
I think I had it's because I had it all like in my brain and most of it written down, but on my phone. So I just had to. I needed to see it, like write it physically, so it gets in my brain. I'm scared about talking. It's because this is like in my mind it's a good topic, but I'm worried about like
What we're
not
gonna
doing
say.
it justice.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Okay. I guess I'll start with the question. So this is probably you probably don't know what it is once I give you this question. Do y'all like going to Six Flags?
To be completely honest?
Yeah, I
No.
love it. I love the
No?
adrenaline.
Why don't you like it?
I don't know.
You're
I've
scared.
told you guys this before. I don't like.
Not tell them.
I think I said it.
I don't remember.
I don't like being strapped down and not in control. And so like anytime I'm on a roller coaster, I'm just like, I can't. What am I doing here? It's like when someone else is driving. Like
Like you,
I want to drive.
you're over here pressing the imaginary brakes.
Yeah.
Like brake,
Or like-
brake, come on.
Or like, so apparently I was driving with David, and he was like, "Damn, bro, you brake at the last second." I was like, "That's what I'm comfortable with." But then when other people are braking last second, I'm like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
I like Six Flags. I like.
You
Do
like
you like
Six Flags?
Yeah.
I like Six Flags. I hate heights, but I do like the adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline.
I
that.
love Six Flags. I hate whenever it's literally like takes you 2 hours to get on one thing, something that lasts like 30 seconds.
That's why we get the flash pass.
Nah.
But that's
I'm
so
too
much
poor for
money,
that.
bro.
I'm too poor
That's
for that.
too
It's
much
also I don't like getting there
money.
super early because if you get super early, you hit all
Or
of them
if
at
you
once.
go like on a Tuesday, like from like opening to like 3 p.m. and then you get everything.
Like during the week.
Yeah,
right?
that's why I said Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. The waiting in line I think is the most annoying part. Do y'all like think it's worth it sometimes to wait in line, or do y'all
Yeah,
do
like you just talk with friends.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll be honest.
I do
If we're
the
talking
traffic.
about a specific ride, I think the Superman is the stupidest.
that?
It's the
This
stupidest
shouldn't even be a
ride
ride.
to wait for.
I like the
If
view.
you're waiting for the Superman, get a life.
I like the view. I think that's why it's good.
Just
Go
get on
on
the
the
sky
swing.
screen.
On
Go on
the-
the sky screen
Which one's
one.
that
I don't
one?
like that
That's
one.
the swing one.
That one feels like you're just about to die.
Yeah.
That one feels like you're just about to die,
No,
bro.
that one's so nice.
That's when you're going circles?
Ah, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm about to die,
And,
bro.
and you get the 360
like
view
the
of
chain is
everything.
like, what is it like? I'm like, oh my
But
god.
that makes it more fun.
Yeah,
No.
imagine
No.
the Superman doesn't spin.
No.
So imagine the sun's setting and you're on the wrong side of the.
There you go. If you're on the Texas sky screen, you're gonna see the
Everything.
sunset every like 15
You see
seconds.
everything.
I don't like that one, bro. That's one of them I don't
All
like.
right, we go. You gotta ride it.
No?
Yeah.
I got free will.
Also,
What do you imagine?
I don't know how I feel. Like maybe my no isn't like firm because I haven't been in so long, and so I don't remember exactly if I can say I like it or not.
It's fun.
But I do enjoy like, especially if we're waiting. Like if it's the ride's worth waiting for, like I'll be there with my friends. We'll be talking about.
It's mostly just about vibing.
Yeah, it's just it's just vibing with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. I like that part.
And then once you get to the ride, you're like, okay, we're here. But if you're in a bad group of like, if you don't vibe with your friends, you're just waiting forever.
But you
Also,
you know
if
what?
it's hot.
You know what's a lot of fun though when you have someone who's like scared of it. Like that's like the you didn't have someone in the friend group who's like, oh my, you're bullying the whole time. It's hilarious. But like you know like.
But
Like a nice
it's
bully.
just
Like
it
a nice
feels,
bully.
Nice
it feels awful when it's hot though. Like when it's hot, I'm like, why am I here? And like I feel like I'm literally.
I don't think I've
I
actually
have
ever
to
been in
lie
this
being
summer.
sucked out.
No, I like the heat. I like the heat because then you go in the Aquaman and you go in the what's the other one?
But it's not the same
The
anymore.
Roaring Rapids.
Yeah, the Roaring Rapids. Yeah,
That
I
was
would
the-
I would stick. I don't like the new Aquaman.
I don't like it either, but it is interesting. Like it's different.
The concept. I don't.
It's
Why change
different.
it if it's not broke? Why fix it?
Yeah, but the other one is just the other one. Yeah,
Okay.
It's just standing on the bridge for like over and over. You just stay on the bridge. Just...
But like, do you guys ever do this? So like, let's say you want to go on a ride, but the line's too long, so you go on another ride.
Yeah,
Right?
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing. We went to Disney. We went to Disney World, and my brother used to work at Disney World. So we he knew everything. He knew what times we were supposed to go to this places. He also had the app, so he'd be like that day, the days that we went with him were like the best times that we had ever gone to Disney World, because we were never like actually waiting. Like the longest we waited was like max maybe 40 minutes for a ride, because he timed everything out perfectly, and I was like, bro, literally the best, bro. It was so fun, and I think that was like what makes it fun. Sometimes whenever you're waiting so much, it's almost like the day's getting away from you. You're like, I want to do other things, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just don't like whenever they put the signs like, if you're reading the sign, it's like an hour and a half wait. I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here.
I'm not gonna stay here.
I feel like that's mostly just put to to
deter.
Yeah, to deter. Like separate the ones who are serious. Because I feel like whenever I've done though, like it says like hour.
Oh yeah, you gotta
it's-
commit.
It's less. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
it goes by really fast.
Yeah, I feel like it's less.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be worth it though.
Okay, so then what's the topic? I don't know.
Y'all don't know what the topic is?
Six Flags.
No, waiting.
Adrenaline. Waiting?
Patience.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was on it. But I just, my mind didn't go to patience.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
didn't go to patience.
Well, I didn't think of patience. I felt patience.
I literally thought that episode was gonna be about Six Flags.
I thought it was gonna be something more like adrenaline, anxiety, or something like that. I think that's what I thought.
No, because she
But
kept saying about waiting
six,
and all that
top
stuff.
6 worst scenarios at Six Flags or something.
Bruh, that's my
Final
topic.
Destination.
Bruh.
The third one? Yeah.
Waiting in line, the heat.
No, mine, and we're done. That's literally what conversation would come from that, right?
Only 2 people have ever died there.
Where?
Six Flags?
Oh yeah.
One on the.
It's Texas
on the
Giant.
Giant.
Do you guys wait before we start? Do you guys remember your first time going to Six Flags?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I
Remember.
do.
Do you still have the same feeling on
No.
Six Flags from the first time?
Yeah.
It's shifted. My
I do.
relationship has
What?
shifted.
Because I still hate heights.
Okay.
Oh.
Nothing's
I
ever
love it.
changed.
I love
I hate the
Saintified.
heights, but as soon as
No, but
that
we know what
drop-
the worst ride is. You know what the worst ride is? The teacups.
The what?
The teacups is the greatest ride in the
No,
world,
bro,
bro.
it's the worst one, bro. I feel like if you get like a good group and you spin super fast, it's just
That's the best thing,
you gotta
bro.
you feel like you're about to vomit, bro. Like
But that's
you,
fun.
you're about to enter another dimension or something.
I
You know
love
what
I
mean?
love speed. You know?
I am. Ciao.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't talked to you on so long, so this feels so weird.
Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Man, you saw me yesterday.
I know, but I talked to you for like what, a minute?
Wow.
It was 3 minutes.
Oh, he counted, guys.
Wow.
You put a timer. You said hi.
This is how much I have for you before I have to go back to my post.
I got this. You gotta kill.
That's funny. Okay. Well, patience.
Is a virtue.
What'd y'all think about it?
Oh, thoughts on patience?
Oh.
Thoughts on patience? Do y'all think y'all have it? Or is it something you struggle with?
That's-
I think it just depends.
As long as the payoff's good, I can wait.
Really?
But then but the worst thing is when you wait, and then it's like the payoff was never there, and you're just like, dang, that sucks, bro. It's like,
Like in anything, or do you mean like, is there something specifically that you're talking about?
no, anything. As long as it's a good payoff, I know like it's worth it. Well, that's kind of weird because you gotta measure, right? You gotta
Mm-hmm.
you gotta evaluate it in your own mind, right? It's like, oh, is this time worth it for this thing and stuff like that.
And then I feel like sometimes it can depend on like how you're waiting. Let's
Yeah.
say you're waiting in line and like in Six Flags, if you're with friends, then waiting is cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But by yourself, that's different. I'd say, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like when I,
Like, do you?
because you have patience when you're like waiting in lines, and there's also like patience as in like your emotions.
Yeah, that's why. Do you think patience is something that you can, like, that most people are born with? Like, some people are more blessed with like having more patience than others.
Yeah.
I would say that I have too much patience at times. I'm like, God, please take away this patience. Like, I really want to get mad at this person. Like, I this person's so annoying. Like, let me say something. Let me say something. But I just, it's not in me. And I'll wait it out until they're gone. And I'm like, took too long. They're gone. Yeah. But I do think some people are born with a lot of patience.
Yeah, it's like certain people have certain gifts. I think that could be something that they have, like just an innate one. Huh?
I don't want that gift.
Well, you've been given it, so just accept it. You know what I mean? Deal with it, bro.
I'm so patient. I'm dealing with it.
As long as I like remind myself, if I remind myself of the payoff, then I'm good. Then I'm good to go. It's like, okay, you have hope. You have hope. Just keep waiting. But then it just blows up in smoke. You're like, worst feeling in the world.
Usually when that happens, I'm like, oh well.
Like there's been if we're using Six Flags as a metaphor, there's been those times where I wait and we've been waiting, and all of a sudden like ride's gonna be closed down for a bit. And we're like,
Well, that actually happened.
That happens.
Yeah, all that time
we
just
waited. We still waited.
It's just like
it's weird though, because if you have all the time in the world, I feel like it's easy. No, I feel like it's more when you're in a rush. For me, at least.
Mm.
Do you think you tend to get more frustrated with other people whenever that happens? Like when you're in a rush and you have things to do and like people are involved where like they're kind of like hindering you to do something? Like when you're trying to do something?
I don't think it's a difference.
Well, here's my thing. I don't know if if I'm too patient with them or I'm not bold enough to be like, hurry up. Or like, we got to get the show on the road.
You're just too chill.
Yeah, because then I'll just be like, we still got time. We can make it work,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that's like patience or just don't have the cojones to say something.
Yeah.
No, I get that feeling too.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, personally, this is so funny. My parents are going to laugh at me for saying that this is my topic, but because this is something I really struggle with. And I think I've struggled with ever since, like, I was, like, a child. Because one thing I deal with a lot is, like, getting my hopes up and, like, thinking about scenarios and thinking about things in the future and expecting them to happen a way. Or expecting things to happen or, like imagining things to happen a certain way when they don't happen that way. That's whenever I get, like, oh, why? And Lord's like, that's not the time. It's not the time. That's why.
That's the hard thing, because you have still waiting and you have moving waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, God's calling you something, so you gotta move, but like the calling isn't coming yet. So, but you still gotta move. And then there's also like waiting where you just, like God just wants you to stay still, like chill, and wait.
Mm-hmm.
And like for me, I feel like I can relate to that in a sense of like receiving a calling. You're like, okay, bet, let's go do it. But then God's like, okay, wait, chill. Like, I remember one thing someone told me about at Saintified, they teach the 5 witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they were, but like, before you make a decision, to make sure it's like the right decision, you want to have like 5 witnesses. It's like high counsel, peace. Like you want to make sure you have like all 5 of those things. And I forgot what was going on with that.
Yeah, I was like, he's really cooking.
I was like, he's cooking.
I was like, he's saying something.
And then it just ran out of steam.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no rails on the track.
The train went.
Oh god.
But yeah, I think
It's on the news. It's on the news.
I feel like that's the hard part where
He's
you
gonna
just
watch
have
this
to.
movie and be like, oh, that's what I was thinking.
Just
Like,
comment
measuring-
later.
Measuring when you have to wait actively or wait passively, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm in that
I
season
feel
right
like what you were saying about patience, like, it sounded like you being more like passive. Like, oh, it'll happen. It'll be fine. Like, just like letting it kind of go.
now. Yeah. Because like, I'm also in that position right now with some things that are happening in life where I'm like, I'm actively, doing something, but patiently waiting for like that opportunity to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, I'm waiting and not doing anything because I just have to. So I'm like, I'm on both ends right now. I'm like, I'm pursuing over here, but I got to stay here. I'm like, okay. And there's times where I'm just like, can I move it a little bit forward, just a smidge? And then God is like, no, just wait, please. And I'm like, oh, God, hurry up. Like, I want this. And the other side of it, too, is like, we're going here, and we're just, I'm still actively trying to push and get through it, but still waiting for that, whatever it is, to happen. But yeah, it might be passive.
But I realize that how we're talking is waiting the same thing as patience. Are we just saying that, like your ability to wait, is that patience?
Your ability to wait, is that patience?
Yeah, because I feel like there's patience like in how Sebastian describes it, right?
I think you have patience in the waiting. Like, it's like you're in this
That's a
moment
thing.
of waiting,
Okay.
and then you have patience
That makes
during
sense.
that.
Okay, so what is that?
Huh?
What's that?
Patience?
Yeah, like you say you have it during the waiting. What does that mean?
Okay, well, I was gonna like be like, there's certain things that people think about patience, and more like worldly things that people think about patience. They think it's just like, they think it's a good quality to have, but we think of it in a different way because it's something that the Lord calls us to do. It's the fruit of the Spirit. I mean, Galatians, like right here, Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the Holy Spirit produces this kind of fruit in our lives: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. There is no law against these things. So it's like, it's something that shows like spiritual maturity in you, and it's something that you get more of as you grow closer with the Lord. So it's like something, like it can be in us. Some people can be more patient with other people, but it's also something that we're actively growing every single day as we grow closer to the Lord every single day. And I think that's what it is. It's more trust in the Lord. I think that's what patience is. Trust. Trusting and knowing that He's a good God and everything will be good. So I just have to be patient and know that everything will be okay.
That makes sense. Because, like I was just saying, in the waiting you have patience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Brian saying how... What did you say?
your ability to wait.
No,
Or what is it?
what did you say?
You can do this, Sebastian.
We gotta bring Valerie back
I
with
believe.
the whiteboard.
It's been too long. You're forgetting how to do this.
Your patience is the...
Fruit.
It's the like, what? It's just the evidence of like that you're growing closer to God, kind of. Like,
No, after that. We said after that.
After that?
You
I
can
just
do
said
this.
period.
You can do this.
Well, what do y'all think? So I can
It's
gather my
like,
thoughts.
it's just it shows your spiritual maturity, and that it shows your trust in God.
Trust, yes.
And knowing that everything will be okay.
And it's... Oh, yes. We were talking about how, like, if I know the payout,
Yeah.
the payoff, then, you know, and then so, like, when the more trust you put, the more you technically know, like,
Yeah.
the payoff.
Yeah.
I think I see you connecting the dots. I see you connecting them.
When you said the payoff, that kind of struck something in me. It's like, do you think it's easier to have patience with yourself, with other people, or with trusting in God's timing?
Ooh.
No, the easiest is always trusting in God's timing. Always. Because it's like you trust in God and it will never return void. That trust is never gonna be not paid back. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But like if you trust in that, I don't trust in myself. You know? I don't trust in other people.
I think myself is
Cringe.
probably the hardest one.
to have patience with yourself.
Why?
Perhaps, yeah, that's true.
Because I think it's like you always want to move. You always want to, you want to get higher and higher. And sometimes God wants like, okay, you stay on this level for a little bit, and then boom. But like I always want to go boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah, you just all the way up the mountain. You gotta do some of
Yeah.
this, and maybe some plateau, and then boom. Yeah. I get the vibe. I get what you're putting down. But it's cool that you brought up the list of the fruits of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast. I don't know. Maybe I was talking to Sebastian about it, where it's like sometimes some people think that the list is like it builds off of each other. So first thing you get as a fruit of the spirit is love.
Yeah.
Love helps you get joy. Love and joy help you get peace. Love, joy, and peace help you get patience.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I think it's weird because it's the fruit of the spirit. So
It's all.
it's
I
all
thought it
one.
was as a whole.
It's
And
all
so I
You
think-
of it as a whole, okay.
Yeah.
I think the way I think of it is, let's say you have an apple. If you don't have self-control is what covers the fruit, right? Because then you're releasing everything, right?
Let him cook.
I get where he's going.
I can see
You
it.
get it? Okay. You
I
guys
think
have
it's,
to
I don't
explain
know.
it.
I think of it as an apple. I think of it as more like something
Orange?
where like the contents can fall out of it. Like I'm thinking like.
Yeah, or like I think the way I'm thinking of it is like if all the contents are part of the fruit, if you lack in self-control, part of the fruit is gonna look ugly and stuff like that.
It'll rot and like
Yeah.
kind of.
But I don't think it's something you can have like definitively. I think it's something that you begin to have, and then it's as you get more sanctified, you becomes closer. You learn to love the right way. You learn to have joy the right way. You learn to have peace
for
the right
sure.
way.
Mm.
You know?
Definitely. I think, and I do think of it as a whole because it is fruit, not fruits of the Spirit. So it's all one thing that we receive from the Holy Spirit that is helping us and that we're trying our best to like know more
Produce.
every single day and produce. because it's a fruit. It's showing that we are in relationship with God, that we do have the Holy Spirit in us, and as we grow more in that, then the fruit, you'll be able to see the fruits of that.
I think real quick, like you said, it takes time. You know, you don't plant a tree and all of a sudden the tree comes out and the fruit, boom. You know, it's like you start seeing the blossom, and then from there you're like, oh, there's fruit coming from that. But it doesn't mean that then tomorrow there's going to be a fruit there.
Yeah.
And you're going to start seeing it grow from a little bud and then start getting to its full size over time. So I think, like, with the fruit of the Spirit, like, once you are in Christ, you are already, you know, having that fruit, but it's not going to show right away because there's some things you still got to work on. And as you dive into and get more in relationship with God and learn the Word and just be more intimate with Him, it starts to show more, and those things that weren't you or that were you are now gone, and now more of who God is present, because that's growing even more. That's the way I see it.
Well, there's something I was mentioning how I wanted to bring up this topic because I think it's something, patience has always been something that I've always prayed for, I've always asked for. And
You want some?
Mine's always been faithfulness. Of the fruits of the Spirit, that's the one.
But it's funny because that means, like, when you ask for God to solve problems, that means He's going to give you problems.
That's
right?
exactly what I was going to say right now. Like, I've, mainly in this season, like, very recently, I've been praying for patience even more. And I've been, bro, I feel like now I've been, like, put in so many situations. I'm like, God, you're really listening to me right now? You really want me to have patience?
You said yes.
I'm like, oh, you're listening to me.
No,
You're
but think
answering my
about
prayers.
this. Think about this. You are partaking in the sufferings of Christ.
Right.
This is the reward you get, dog. This is it. This is
The suffering.
This suffering. This
guys.
struggling.
James, 1, 2 through
3.
4. 2 through 4.
I just read that this morning.
Yeah. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. So I'm just like...
Yeah, because I read that this morning. I was thinking of what Romans 5 says. I think I mentioned in another episode. How suffering produces endurance. Endurance produces character. And character produces hope. And hope is the waiting. So when you know what you're waiting for, then you know.
I think like patience and
I think
perseverance go hand in hand, basically. Like patience and perseverance, like they're almost basically the same thing.
I actually do have that one on my notes here, and I wrote down: patient refines character and builds maturity.
For sure.
But I have another one that's kind of interesting too. But I'll get it. It's Philippians 3, 10, and 11. And I think it's kind of the same vibe. I don't know. And I feel like I'm trying to give a time here.
Oh,
Yeah, New Living Translation.
that
Okay.
on my notes, too.
You have that one too?
Yeah, but you can say it.
I want to know Christ and experience the mighty power that raised him from the dead. I want to suffer with him, sharing in his death, so that one way or another I will experience the resurrection from the dead.
It's so good.
But in that passage, and I think I think it's talking about like a resurrection in the present time. I don't think it's talking about like the resurrection in the end time. Like it's a resurrection of the daily, daily resurrection. Where
He's talking about like how I lost everything now, so that you can.
We rejoice in the suffering. Rejoice in it, everybody.
I know, but it's so hard.
It's like
yeah. It's
nice
because
bit
right
of
after I had like such like a moment where I was being so vulnerable with God. I was like, Lord, give me patience. Like this is what I need. You know that I need this. You know I'm struggling. And it was literally the next day. Like the next day, worst day at work in my life. Literally the worst day. I woke up like, oh my gosh, I always wake up like at 6 a.m. to get ready to work. Why do I wake up at 6:48? And so in the moment I'm already rushing, and I'm trying to have, and then my parents are like, you do this, do that, and I'm trying to have patience with them already. And then I go to work, and then I get in there, and we're supposed to do things that we're supposed to do, like because we're having a big event that day for like serving almost 200 people. why do I walk in and a lot of the stuff isn't prepared? And I'm like, oh, now I have extra stuff that I have to do. And like, it's already like, it's all adding up. And the Lord's like, you be patient. Have patience with other people. I think that's like mainly what he was trying to like get in my mind. Like, be patient with others. And have patience in me, knowing that everything's okay, that you can't control everything. And that's something that I struggle with a lot. So that's why I pray for patience a lot. It's crazy that happened like literally the day after.
No? Answered.
I know, right in my face. He was like, you got it. You want it?
Roasted. Well, no.
That's happened so many times, man.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, God, help me grow in this area. You got it, brother. The next day, I'm like, I was not right now, God. Maybe like in a week or so.
Yep. I know. And I will be honest, that day where I was dealing with like all these stressful things happening, that was the day I think I can't even count how many times I prayed in my mind to God that day. I was praying constantly in conversation with him the entire day. And it says in Romans 12:12, rejoice in our confident hope. Be patient in trouble and keep on praying. And I think patience leads us to prayer and leads us to leaning on him, being like, God, I need you. I need your help. Give me patience. And that's something that I find so beautiful. I'm like, thank you that I'm struggling, because now I can like run to you for help, and knowing that you will help me and that you'll be with me, and that whenever I'm dealing with this stuff and when I want to be more patient, I know who to go to. I know go to you. And yeah.
That's something that's been a part of my prayers, I think. Where it's like I want to be so dependent on God that it's like I can't even do like the little things without him. That's what I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's like I don't even like I want it to be so hard. Like I want life to be so hard, like in my mind at least, right? And it's like even like well, to some extent, it's like getting out of bed and going to eat breakfast. Like I need God to be there. And if he's not there, it's like or if things like that. Like I'll go to work and I'll mindlessly work. It's like if he's not here, I can't do it. I can't do it right. Something that's been on my mind recently.
Yeah. Just being dependent on him.
Reminds me of like when Moses is like telling God, if you're not with us, bro, like come on, like you need to be with us when we go to the promised land. We need you, man. You know, you'll go. Oh, you remember that one song? What is it? It's like Cody Carnes and then his like wife or something. Is it the blessing?
The blessing.
Amen.
Yeah.
Or in their children.
And their children. And their children.
And their children.
Do you
And
remember
their
that
children.
one? Was it that one worship night where we just kept going?
Huh?
That was the one worship night that y'all were telling me about.
Yeah.
Hilarious, bro.
We gotta cover all the generations.
Yeah, we gotta cover all of them.
Wow.
I don't know how many and their children's we did, but we did a lot of them.
Oh.
They're all covered in
But it
blood.
reminds me of that one part where it's like he's like ahead of us, he's behind us, he's by our side, he's above. Yeah.
Oh, love them.
Yeah.
That was also the one too, yeah. I like that one too.
Yesterday.
Yes,
That was,
that's fire.
But I remember connecting patience to suffering reminded me of the way that Saintified teaches the fruit of the Spirit. Is that because even in a lot of other translations, patience will be translated to long suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, interesting.
Yeah.
Endurance.
Yeah. It's because if you want patience, obviously you have to be in a moment to like have patience. And you have to be put in those situations.
And what
where you
better
have
time
to-
when you're suffering?
What is it?
Yeah.
I heard this one thing is like in school you study and then you take a test, and then with God He gives you the test and now you gotta study it after you didn't realize you were taking the test.
Honestly, I think I've said this one before, where it's like, in life you only ever go forwards, but it only ever makes sense looking back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like most of the tests that God puts us on, we either pass it or we look back studying it.
Yeah.
It's usually never like we're studying and then boom.
Yeah.
Like it's God pointing out a flaw so that we can study it
Yeah.
and boom.
But then it also, it's funny because then once you go into the next, you already studied it, and so you kind of
Mhm.
have a better understanding of it.
Yeah.
But obviously it'll be harder because he's like, oh, you got it. Good. More.
With great knowledge comes great responsibility.
Oh, gosh.
Knowledge is power.
Oh, where is that verse?
That's a legit one?
No, it just reminded me because I was talking with my cousin about we talk about like some people just don't know some things and they need to know, and
Most people don't.
The fact that we know
Uh-huh.
we're responsible now. Like, if you know the gospel, you're now responsible to do something with it.
Right.
And so with great knowledge comes great responsibility. If you know someone's about to trip, you now have the responsibility to let them fall or to help them.
I think it can be taken as responsibility. But I always feel like whenever it's like with the gospel, it's like you can't help but.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like an overflow.
Yeah, you're so filled with His love, it's like you can't help.
Right, because it's like,
That's
if you truly know it,
Let me have
then
this
it
podcast.
will act.
Yeah, then it's
For
just
all
like,
the people that are saying, why are they talking about Jesus so much? Bro,
no one ever. Who says that? Does anyone say that?
people think it. I know they do.
They think
I
it.
think it's removed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In your face. I
Bro,
see it on TikTok before that he deletes it.
I was gonna bring this up
Do you do-
tomorrow.
Dang.
I meant tomorrow. For the next episode.
Oh yeah, we're cramming, gang.
Because sometimes I feel like I have too much patience. Like, kind of what you were saying. Like, I'm just too passive. It's like, I
You
had
let
this
people get
coworker.
away with things?
Huh?
You kind of let them get away with things?
Yeah, and I remember this one time. I was just like, one of my coworkers. She left, and she was a lesbian, and I was always interested in, like, I always wanted to talk to her. Not
You trying to evangelize?
yeah.
Trying to understand.
And like I was
what
just
she
like,
thinks.
dang, I was just too patient. Like I should have just boom.
I did it once with I did a project with a guy. His name is I shouldn't say his name, but he is a homosexual, and I tried to, and I just asked him, I was like, you know, Jesus is pretty cool, huh? he's like, no, I don't really, no, why not? It's like, no, I'm just not really convinced. I was like, we'll apart, and then we talked about it for a little bit, and then we left the topic and we just talked about other things, but. I mean, I gave it a little nudge, you know what I mean? Maybe, hopefully he'll think about
That's
it.
something he'll think about. And then he'll be
Yeah.
like, if someone mentions, like, Jesus again, he'll be like, that conversation I had with that
But I feel
one
like in
guy."
a way it's always about like love. Like if I can shine the light,
Yeah.
like the love of Jesus to this person, it's like it's good. Like something will go down.
Yeah.
Something will happen at least.
That's what I was actually gonna say from like what you guys were saying about like the way you have patience. Like, is it technically patience? Because patience should be like loving, right? It should be like it's not like while like you're like, oh, I have patience for them, but I don't want to. It's like, is that patience, or should it be like, oh, I have
Because you can have all the
It
patience in
is
the world when you're
patience, but it
waiting
isn't
in
the
line
right
for
way to have
something.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
the Lord's way, like that kind of way.
Yeah.
So what if that person's insufferable, and I have to patiently wait for that person? Is that
I
still
don't
a pet? I'm suffering.
Well, I think there's a right way to act in every scenario, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus was patient, very patient with some people. Who he was just like,
Because self-control is
Yeah,
one
and
of
I
the
think
fruit
it
of the
also
Spirit,
comes
too.
with discernment and like how like
Yeah.
but
how your
discernment?
spiritual
Yeah.
maturity that you have, like and like how much like you can listen to
Because
God.
gentleness is also, or meekness, if you want to translate it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you have self-control.
what's kindness? What has to do
Kindness?
with maybe it's just like a small tangent. But say it as fast as you
I think
can,
kindness
you know?
is actually, I don't know. I think it's very similar to love, no? It's like because gentleness is actually, like looking at the Greek, I feel like it's more lenient towards humility
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
rather than
like-
gentleness. And then kindness is actually gentleness.
Okay.
Like the way you treat people. Like
yeah.
You treat
okay. I think I get what you're
but
saying.
it's not like a gentleness, it's more like an active, like kindness is an act, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gentleness is more of like an adverb, right? What you describe it.
I don't know.
You're not an English major?
No, I'm not an English major. No, I'm
This would
not.
be a math major.
Yes, I'm a simpleton.
Yeah. But I think like when you were talking about humility, I think that's also part of patience.
Mm.
Like it says,
Not your way?
yeah, Ecclesiastes 7:8. Finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. It takes a lot of patience to be like, God, your way. Be like, I want it this way. I want to do this. I want to do that. What you guys were saying, having patience with yourself is hard because you have this idea of things that you want to do, goals that you have, and like a certain way of living and motivations that you have, and like these standards that you have for yourself. And whenever you don't meet them, it's kind of hard. And it's also like understanding like, well, I can't do all that stuff because God doesn't want me to do it, and I have to understand and I have to be humble about it.
That was good. I'm sorry. I was just.
I think that was a
thinking.
good period. That was a good.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah?
good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I remember I had this thought once of like the fruit of the spirit. Like love is like technically all of them if you think about it.
Yeah, the heart of everything should be.
Yeah.
And then I was
for
thinking
sure.
of the invert, sin. Pride is like kind of like the
Yeah, some people say that pride is like the first.
Like without love you can't be gentle. Without pride you can't really be like lustful or something like that. But that's just a thought I had. I don't know how accurate it is. I haven't studied it enough.
No, I know. So, some people think that pride is like the
Original sin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you think you will be like God. Like, cringe, bro.
I think, yeah, it all comes from, like, control. Like, this sense of controlling that they want to have over
Yeah,
other
over
people.
themselves, over their
And
lives.
over their own, like,
Sorry.
yeah, they want to be like their own God, and that's why they do all these other things. Because they're trying to control everything. And then that's why...
But they can't
Trust in
control
God.
anything, which is really funny. They can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I realize the people who don't have God, it's like, well, you.
That's why I think patience is so interesting and low-key kind of underrated. Sometimes, I feel like sometimes patience is kind of like thrown to the side. It's like, you do this, and then you're going to do that. Like, once you, like it's like you go in with these action plans, kind of, and then, like, but understanding that there's a lot of waiting that has to do and a lot of, like, time that it takes for transformation when you get to know God. And there's a lot of patience that comes with that. It's not all just boom, 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 boom. You have to wait. And it's like, you have to be humble and willing to trust in God instead of trying to, like, force all these things that are happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this correlates with that, but it kind of reminds me of like I had some youth and even some adults where they'll ask me like, what do you do to start like a business, or what are some things you can teach me to go in this direction or something like that, and I'll tell them, but then I also remind them it's like, I can tell you all these things, but it doesn't mean like from now and like in 7 days you're gonna have whatever I had. You know, I'm like, take what I'm teaching you, take the tips that I'm giving you, apply them, and then you'll start seeing stuff eventually. You give up too soon, you won't see anything. You gotta be patient. Because I know I had somebody that came up to me and talked to me about electrical work. Like, I want to start a company. How can I get into electrical? I was like, well, you got to go, at least work for somebody or have somebody, be
Intern or apprentice?
like an apprentice. And then after that, you get to go to the next step. But I was like, it's going to take you like a year or two, maybe less, depending on how willing you are to learn the code and everything. But then after that, you'll be able to go to the next step as a journeyman. Once you're a journeyman, you can get into like starting your own business. But like I said, you still have to work on networking, getting clients, getting people to work with. So it's like, it's not something that I'm gonna be like, here's the keys to like 5 days of transformation. It doesn't work that way. It's like, I'll give you what I know, but you gotta be patient with the process. Like, and it's funny that we're talking about that because I always tell people that, but then for me, I'm just like, God, like, do I wait? Do I still wait more? Should I keep waiting? Like, stay still here? Like, what do you want? I was like, I already gave you the stuff. Just calm down. Just relax.
Because it reminds me, when I hear the word patience, I'm reminded of, was it Selah? To pause and reflect. I feel like when you have patience, you have that ability to pause and reflect and actually know the scenario in which you're in. And then that will give you the ability to love the way that you need to. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I say patience is underrated because we live in such a world where it's like, boom,
Microwave.
boom, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you have this done, you have these set of goals, you get them all done, and like, in that people don't pause, don't stop, don't look around, don't assess the situation, they just run in like head first and don't even think about it. Yeah, I think that's kind of sad sometimes to see that because they don't understand the beauty of waiting and of it being quiet and things being still.
I remember I wrote, I think it was senior year, I wrote a whole an essay on like why people shouldn't go to college like right after high school. And it was about this. It's about like how some people grow at different rates. So like if some people like aren't ready for that, like and you're forcing them into that, it's like what do you do? And then some people like you gotta wait a little bit and then they know what they want to do. Some people just don't know what they want to do and just throw into college, and I don't think that's a good idea.
Wise.
I know several people like that.
Right.
Yeah. I think, okay, let's go into the best patience ever.
Example?
The best example of patience. 2 Peter 3:9. The Lord isn't really being slow about his promise, as some people think. No, he is being patient for your sake. He does not want anyone to be destroyed, but wants everyone to repent. Yes.
Doesn't it go on to say? Is that the part where it says that like 100 days is like 1,000 days, and 1,000 days is like 1 day or something like that?
Yeah, some weird time thing. Some weird time thing going on.
It's interesting. Like God has an infinite amount of time, so he has like the infinite amount of patience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like,
Well, he's like out of time, you know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
It's like it's already Judgment Day and it's already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a picture. It's like creation's like a.
Bro, the paintings again?
But it's something beautiful about
The
painting,
colors.
isn't it, right?
Right.
Like a story, you have to tell like beginning, middle, end. But when you look at a painting, it's all said at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. It's really beautiful, no?
Should we go to an art
Yeah.
museum?
I think, like, a lot of my favorite things whenever I go to, like, a museum or something, or an art museum, is just looking at the strokes. Like, you go close and you just examine everything that the artist put behind. Like, that's so beautiful to do. And, hey, that takes patience to do.
You know, weird tangent. I do like the modern stuff, like the weird just shapes. I'm really into it. I don't know why.
Yeah?
Gang, I don't do it. Maybe they should comment that.
Shapes?
Why?
Talking about shapes?
Like the modern art? Like, you're into
Yeah,
that
I
kind
love
of
it,
stuff?
yeah. I love
Like,
it.
Like
a
the
blue,
bucket tower buckets that falls over into sand.
Yeah.
Or the
Why
guy,
do you like that stuff?
or the guy who has a marker and he runs along
Yes,
the
he just goes like that, and then everyone starts clapping.
Art.
or bro, oh my gosh, I see all these videos of like people doing like standing next to modern art that I could do, and like it's literally, and like one of them was just
But
a
they
canvas.
didn't
just
do
blue.
it.
It's
That's
just
the
blue.
point. They didn't do it.
But could do.
Could is not the same as did.
Exactly. That's why they didn't say did.
They
That's
could
the
do-
entire reason why they
They
didn't
could
say
do.
they
Why
did.
don't they do it? They could have become rich. They
Yeah.
don't.
Fun fact.
I like it because it's just like
It's nothing.
I like that it's nothing. It's just like dang.
People aren't creative anymore. I like it.
No, sometimes I will get like an
The story's
emotional
in the
response.
simple. The story's in the
Like
simple.
sometimes I will get like an emotional response. I remember one time I was in the Museum of Art in Dallas, and it was just a white canvas, but it was textured. I was just like, dang, it got me in the like you can see all the brush strokes,
Oh.
but it was just white.
Bro, I was about to say, bro, you paint walls for a living. You
Bro,
put
that-
texture.
That's cool. That's cooler than someone running along the wall with the marker.
I don't know.
Bro,
I like it.
It's cooler than a bucket of sand falling over, bro.
Wait, it's
You
like
got
a
these people
video.
who are like, think
It's
they're
like a photo.
geniuses, it's like,
It's a video. It's like what is it called? Like where they do like the art is in the action that they're doing.
Performance art.
Performance art. That's what it is.
Is that what the sand one?
That's what the sand
It
one
is?
was, and the running one too, bro. He just runs and he just marker on the wall.
I mean, I
That's
guess you
it.
could say it's impressive because it's somewhat similar. Like he's doing a similar jump every time. It's like, oh, consistency.
No, I think.
I like it.
No, you guys have you guys seen this one video of this robot whose only job is to clean up the oil?
Oh
I
yeah.
think
It
I
is
have.
so depressing.
Oh yeah.
Like
That's good.
And
That's
it's been slowing down.
modern
It's
art,
been
bro.
slowing down.
I know,
Like when it
there's
first
some
started.
good modern art, but some of
Like
them.
it-
When it first started, it was like shoo, shoo, and it's
Like-
cleaning, it's clean. And as you see it now, it's dirtier, and it's just like shoo.
Bro, AI in the future is gonna be like, dang, slavery. That was.
iRobot.
That's insane. Where you'd be like, we want.
Like
rights."
AI is gonna revolt. It's like, dang, y'all made us art. That's all we are to you.
Nah, bro, they're not gonna.
I will say
What
this
is it?
fun
Earth without
fact.
art is just.
What?
What? He said Earth without
You mean
art,
art
or
like
just
broadly? You know what I mean? Is that what you mean?
No, I don't know what I mean. If you just spell Earth without R, it's just
It's just
No, fun fact. In middle school, I competed in UIL for art, so I had to learn the style of painting, who painted it, what year.
It's like academic.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was for UIL.
Uh-huh.
I didn't place,
Rough.
but I learned a lot.
Reminds me of that one movie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then Brad
Oh,
Pitt's
yeah.
character is like majored in art history.
Understandable.
What do you do with that degree, bro? Art history?
You have to be a teacher, no?
Yeah, that's all you can do with that degree, right?
I don't know. I didn't pursue it.
If you're an art history major, tell us.
Is that what UIL is?
No, UIL is like an academics thing, so it could involve like band, music, academics,
What is it?
sports.
Ultimate Intelligent Learning? What is UIL?
I forget. It's like
I don't know.
It's like university something.
it's like yeah.
Intellect.
League. The last one is league.
Hold on.
League?
Yeah, last
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Ultimate? You know,
something like the university, something like that.
University Intellect
League.
Let's see.
What?
I'm stealing this. I'm gonna botch this story or this analogy of like being patient with like callings. So I guess I can shout them out. But it's the Saintified podcast. They're talking about this, and Gabe brings up this picture, one of the first pictures of, I think it was the first picture of all time, and then
Okay.
yeah, and so it couldn't capture moving objects, and so it was a busy street. It was a picture of a busy street, and everything's moving, except for this one guy who's getting his shoe shined, and he's the only one that's in the picture because he's the only one that's standing still, and I think
Everything's like really blurry.
No.
this
You
is not
can't
in it.
see anything. It literally looks like the street is empty and is only this one guy getting his shoe shined.
Yeah. And like I think the analogy was that like sometimes like if your calling is to make a point in history, you have to be patient because then it's not gonna it's not gonna be written down in history if you're not patient.
Yeah. No, I did.
Yeah.
I'm
They say it better.
I'm gonna take that clip.
In
I'm
the
gonna put it
world
here.
of like people moving around, you notice the person who's being still. Like in a room where everyone's screaming and everyone's like going crazy, you notice the person who's sitting down and not speaking. Like you notice, because if everyone's doing one thing, you notice the person who's not. Like he sticks out like sore thumb or something.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Just watch the episode. I don't know.
I'll send you the video.
Yeah.
I'll also link I'll link Sanctified podcast on here too.
But I just think it's
I do
interesting
like
because
them.
a lot of people who like receive a calling, they're like, "Oh, quick, let me do this, and then I just realize you have to do it with patience. Wait for the Lord's timing.
Quick, back to the
Sorry.
the segment. University Interscholastic League.
Interscholastic.
UIL.
I heard that word.
Anyways.
Oh, it's like scholar. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Now let's come back to patience.
Okay. What do y'all think about that one?
But
Which
what?
one?
The verse I shared with
Oh, I
you.
don't remember.
Oh, the 2 Peter 3:9.
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah.
We talked about this before
Let me
because
say it again.
Tim mentioned
Let me say
it.
again?
Okay. I read it one more time
Okay.
for the brothers in the back.
For that one back?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Brother.
The Lord isn't really being slow about his promise, as some people think. No, he is being patient for your sake. He does not want anyone to be destroyed, but wants everyone to repent.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we talked about this once. It might. I think it's around the same. I think it might be the same verse, where Tim mentioned this on a Sunday. We were talking about. Nah, this is a tangent. You know, I'm gonna stop. It's a tangent. It's a tangent.
What does that mean?
He was.
Sokotoa?
So good.
Tangent? Sine? Cosine?
No, that's how to find it.
Tangent?
I thought you meant like, what does it mean? I'm like, this is where we're going. This is a tangent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the road, and we go like a.
Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
No, I think. Correct me if I'm going in the right direction. But it's more like, so there's some times where we want. Shoot, I'll put myself in this picture. You know, why not? I was vulnerable a couple weeks ago. Why not this time? So like, I always see all my friends have like, all these successful things. They're already doing well in ministry. They're doing all these amazing things in like freelance videography, and I'm over here like, what's a guy got to do? And I'm also reminded, it's like, maybe there's a reason why I'm not at that place yet. Maybe it's because I'm not supposed to be there at all, or maybe I'm not supposed to be there now, because I should probably work on some things. Because there's some times where people want that, blessing or that prayer, answered prayer, and let's say God said, "Sure, here you go," and it takes you down the wrong route, down the wrong trail, because you don't know what to do with that.
Is it Ellie or Pastor Tim who gives that analogy of like giving your baby a car? He's like, he doesn't know how to drive.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna do like something much harsher, but I'm glad you stopped me.
And he said that like a couple weeks ago, where he was like, "I want to like obviously like if my son my son were to come up to me and be like, I want a car," be like, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But
not
what
bad.
are you gonna do with the car?
Right.
You don't know
Yeah.
how to drive. You don't have a license. Like you can't even reach the pedals. You can't even reach the steering wheel. Like you can't do anything with the car. So I'm not gonna give it to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm gonna give it to you whenever you're ready to have a car.
When it's your time.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that's where I'm kind of going off with that verse.
Mm-hmm.
I think the part that I'm focusing on, or trying to focus on, is the last part, so that everyone may repent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's the part where I'm also saying, like, there's things that I gotta work on. Like, let's say God says, He answers a prayer of mine, but I haven't, repented and turned away from some things. I'm just like, there's no point in me in having that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Until I turn away and look more towards Him. Because then, if I still have that in my life, I'm gonna circle back to that.
Yeah.
And that blessing, that answered prayer that I waited for, down the drain.
Yeah.
I look to him. Interesting. Maybe it's like the Six Flags analogy, like we repent and we look at him.
Six Flags?
It's like being with your homies finally, you know what I mean? It's like imagine you're at Six Flags and you're with the homies and you're just like your back is facing them. You're just like looking at you're just looking at a pole or something, and you're looking at the other people in the line.
That you're repenting?
That's the opposite. That's
Okay.
But when you repent, you like turn yourself
there.
you're there with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's easy when you look at Christ. When you look at Christ, it's just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can do this. No, it's not that I can do it. It's that He does it through me. He does it in me.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how God's patience is like, I'm thinking of it as like persistent and patience. Like I feel like those words like at face value could seem like not compatible if you look at patience as waiting and then persistence as keep going. But I just find that how cool it is how like, because it says He's not slow to fulfill His promise, but His patience is unlimited.
Patience is unlimited, so it's like
Persistence, yeah.
I mean, it's been like what 2,000 years or something, and he's still like.
Yeah.
He's still like, we got some more people. We got some more. We got some more people. I
remember this.
And like,
born.
doesn't that show like how great His love is for us? Like it just like such a
That He's
great
waited
example
this
of His
long.
love. Like He's willing to do that. Like He wants all of us.
Can I talk about the wedding yesterday? Okay. No, this correlates with everything that we're talking about.
the
The
waiting.
patience, the waiting, the persistence, the
I know
love.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm a cry.
The goat.
I'm gonna try to
He's a
keep my
legend.
emotions.
He's a
Oh, I'm
legend.
gonna cry.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
He's a
emotional.
legend.
So Angel and
Yeah, he's a legend.
Oh.
and Priscilla got married yesterday.
Okay.
Shout out to them if you're listening.
Let him say.
It was a beautiful wedding. Beautiful. The ceremony was great. I was crying on the second floor.
I was crying the entire time.
But some things that were mentioned by the groomsmen and also Lydia, the bride, the maid of honor, right? They all had a pretty similar thing to talk about Angel. How Angel is a very persistent dude. Whether it comes to, wooing Priscilla or getting into football or doing something, he's very persistent to get to it. But he also has patience. Like, he will wait until that door opens. And same story with when he was, trying to get with in a relationship with Priscilla. It first started with the friendship, but he was persistent. Priscilla, probably didn't.
Yeah.
Was like, meh. I'm leaving out some details.
But he did it.
Out of respect.
Yeah, I'm leaving out details that I know, but and then eventually the door opened. They were in a relationship, still persistent, still patient, loving her, and that all led up to this wedding, which like I was like, dang, like that's amazing. That's beautiful. Like persistence, patience, and just showing
Just
love.
genuine love.
Yeah.
You know,
He's the real goat. He's the real goat, bro.
like
He's the real. Yeah.
when we were just talking about literally, the moment we started talking about persistence and patience, I'm like, angel, and then you're like love, angel and Pika.
Yeah, it's so sweet to see.
But yeah, I'm like, that was a beautiful reminder. Like honestly, like having that patience, that persistence to keep going, even if it doesn't look like it's gonna go anywhere, but you're still pushing, and then having that love to like share, because it wasn't just like that human love. It was like, I love you the way God loves me.
Yeah, like it's a choice, and he's
Yeah.
like, it doesn't matter
Like-
what's gonna happen. I'm still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's so good.
Pure choice.
I'm glad I
What a
kept it
legend,
in.
bro. Top
Yeah,
10, bro.
Yeah.
Top 10 anime moments.
What?
The persistence. It's like a meme. It's like a meme.
I thought that was the name of the show.
Nah.
I was like, it's so weird.
But yeah. Sorry.
So what does that look like here on Earth? We're waiting for the end to come, but how do we be persistent?
We're waiting for the end to come,
What do you mean?
but we still gotta be
Right.
persistent.
Like, we're still here, so we still gotta.
So what should we do as we wait
Yeah.
for that?
Because I'm reminded of this. I remember me and a friend. This guy was like, he'd always be praying, or I don't know what he prayed, but he'd always tell
They're
me,
all
he's like,
next to each other. I don't know what he's praying about, but
he'd always be like, bro, just rapture come now, bro. Like, just come now. and then like I remember talking to him about it. It's like, this speaker gave me this analogy, and it was really cool. It's like, when you're here on Earth, your heart shouldn't be to get there, because you should have patience to get there. Your idea should be to get everyone, as much people as you can, on the bus to the end.
Yeah.
yeah, because we're already going that direction.
I
Right.
know, we're just trying to grab people along.
Right.
No, but I think I get where he's coming from. It's like sometimes life is. I mean, the reality is life is hard.
No, yeah.
Oh, for
Life is
sure.
hard. Life is
We've all
hard.
had those moments where we're like, Lord,
Right.
right now,
Not today.
please.
Yeah, but life is hard.
Or it's like what Paul says.
Yeah.
To live is, what does he
To live
say?
is
To live
is
is Christ, to die is gain.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it was like, and then after he says, for it is much better
That
for
I
your
stay.
sake
Yeah,
that
That
I
I
stay.
mean,
Yeah.
that I stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Which is I like that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm torn between the two.
It's like, but I gotta be for you guys.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta. Yeah.
To Elia about that, about like how hosting a funeral as a pastor.
Oh.
And I don't think he hasn't done one, but we're talking about how like when the person knows Christ, it's easy.
It's easy.
It's like, oh, he's in the glory. We don't have to. There's no other thought.
It's not easy, but
Oh, I mean,
Easier.
yeah.
Easier.
Right. And then when you have someone who's like, you don't know, who's like, dang, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like all you can do is
it
have
is
the
a
hope.
profound
Yeah.
darkness.
Yeah, all you
can-
Profound
yeah.
sadness, yes.
But the Bible says that we shouldn't worry about that. Like
Right.
we can't know. Like we can't know what happened in that person's final
Mhm.
moments. Like they could have.
Yeah.
Take it from a guy that's done several funerals.
You died? What do you mean?
No, I think-
I've spoken at funerals.
Oh, you spoke.
I've done funerals. I hate them.
Yeah.
You know, especially these, because these are some of the closest people to my life.
Mm.
Having to do a funeral for them. Some of them I didn't know if they were ever committed their life to Christ or were ever having a relationship with Christ. But like you said, who am I to judge or to say, oh, he didn't believe just because I didn't see it, or
Yeah.
because I'm like, that's between that person and the Lord. My responsibility now, as a Christian or somebody, I guess that everybody called me pastor, but I'm not a pastor, guys. I'm just one of the nephews
It's like
or the
a
grandchild
leader.
of this person, and I'm spreading. I like even at a funeral. Okay, I want to get vulnerable again.
Oh.
When my grandpa passed away, one of the things he told me, he's like, when I die, I want you to speak at my funeral. And prior to that, he had told me, he's like, my grandpa used to play on the worship team, at a church. My dad was a tiny baby. My uncle played in the worship team, my uncle played in the worship team as a guitarist. My grandpa would preach I wish I would have known that side. My uncle's an alcoholic, you know, in jail. My grandpa never saw that side of him until after my grandma passed away, and he told me, like, yeah, I used to do all these things. Like, he even told me, he's like, I was so short, I couldn't reach the pulpit. He's like, they would have to put a little stool for me to be able to see over. And I was like, I wish I would have seen that side. And one of the things he told me is like, when the day I die, it's like, I want you to do my funeral. My grandpa passes away. I told Pastor Tim, I'm like, hey, I need your help. Like, I need to speak at this one. I've already done several, but this was hitting a lot harder. And Pastor Tim and Pastor Rowley, Pastor Pepe, they all helped me out. They're like, here's some notes that you can use. But he's like, the most important thing is like, your job there is to spread the gospel. Even at a funeral. That person's already dead. My grandpa, thankfully, you know, before he passed away, he would read his Bible. He would pray for all his grandchildren. And the reason we know that is because we had a camera there. Because he was going through a lot of sicknesses. So that side, I would always be like, I'm confident that he's with the Lord. Now it's my responsibility to pretty much spread the word, spread the gospel to my family, to my cousins, to my aunt, to my aunts, to my uncle, to relatives. It's like, that's my responsibility. But when it comes to that person and the coffin and the casket, whatever, they're already wherever they're going to be. But that moment, it's like, your job is to spread the gospel to the people that are already present. Because tomorrow's never promised. You don't know. And right now, and now this is really recent. My aunt told you guys she, clear of cancer. Mm-hmm. She's back in the hospital. Mm. She's her lungs are failing. Things are just not working out. She is intubated, and he said, I don't know why it just hit so hard. My parents left yesterday. They didn't text me and tell me that I left because they wanted me to make sure I was present at the wedding. But as I was driving here, I was listening to Trusting God. And I was like, God, I trust you, and I'm patient. Whatever you do, I just want you to be glorified. Mm. And my dad is over there right now with his sister, and my mom is over there too. And I'm just praying. I'm like, God, I know she's in a deep sleep right now. I don't know what you're going to do. But I'm going to be patient and trust in your process, trust in what you want in her life. Because at the end of the day, whatever happens, I want people to see her life as a testimony. I don't know what her walk is with Christ. I don't know where she stands with that. But I'm praying, I'm like, God, if it has to be my dad, use my dad to be that comfort, to be that place where he spreads the gospel to her. But I'm just like waiting. I'm like, God, what are you gonna do? What do you want to, like, she's suffering. Like, I can't bear the thought of that. And it hurts because, like, my cousin, she's one of the closer ones where we have a pretty good relationship. And the thought of her hurting, and then my dad, I'm just like, God, do something now. Like, why are you waiting? Why are you making us wait? And then, I guess today it's like, there's a reason. There's a reason why we have to wait. There's a reason all this is happening, whatever the outcome may be. But like you guys were saying, like you are given the test and then you review later. It's you look for you don't understand what's ahead of you until you look back. But I'm learning a lot too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for your vulnerability.
Anywho,
Oh, it's added to the list, bro. It's added to the prayer list, bro. It's there. It's there.
For sure.
I will pray with that,
Yeah,
This is our great hope that God takes into account our will, it takes into account our feelings and our thoughts and our actions. He will be glorified in all things, because that's the nature of creation. But we can all. This is why we pray with all our hearts. We will join you, brother. We will join you, brother. We love you so much, and we see you, and we see you, and we will hold this weight with you.
Yeah. We'll be patient with you in the way.
let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. Where do we add the notes? Where are we at on the notes?
Well, I'm to the questions now, of like just asking y'all what y'all think about this whole.
So it's like towards the end?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'd say so. So, did you guys, I'll ask that. Did you guys rush into anything and that you regret?
100%.
Yeah.
But it's weird because like I still see how God used it. Like God called me somewhere. I went there, messed up, and like I've never learned so much from this failure, I guess you want to call it. And it's honestly something I kind of like wrestle with, because like, did you want me there to fail, or or like, was I actually supposed to be there, or was I supposed to wait longer? Because I learned so much while I was there. It's like, I was like, which is it? And I guess that's not the point. But well, I guess maybe I don't regret it then, because of how much I've learned from it.
I also think it's interesting in the way that God works, because sometimes we pray for things and we think He doesn't do it, but He did do it. Like, I know, I hate to say this because it's so like close to what you're saying, but whenever my dad always shares with me, whenever he was praying for his Thea that had cancer, they'd pray and the whole church is praying, they're all unified, praying for her to get better, for her to feel better, for her to be whole, for her to be healed. My Thea ended up passing away, and everyone was like, it didn't happen. But it did happen. She's healed. She's whole. She's with the Lord. She's restored fully. Like, it did happen, but it didn't happen in the way that we wanted.
That's almost exactly what kind of happened to me. Like, when my grandma died, or like the 3 to 6 months, like, while she was in the hospital, like, my family was just so intentional with praying every night. And then it was like, the worse it got, the more we prayed, and it got to a point to where we would assign a certain family to like pray, so that we were basically like praying like 24/7. And then the outcome is she didn't make it. And then we're looking at it, and it was like, maybe we didn't get the miracle we wanted, but if you look at it closely, we got more miracles than we could ever. Like, our family was like so unified. I know, like, one of my aunts had a baby, and my grandma got to see that baby, and that was like one of the miracles. Like, got just like having my grandma be able to see like her family like all together, because like my dad has it's 11 children, and then you have so many grandchildren and great grandchildren. I think just her being able to see her whole family like in one spot, I think was like one of the biggest miracles. And then again, like, she received healing, she received the Lord. And I don't know, it's funny because like the miracles that we don't get, I don't think, or you really can't see the bigger miracle behind the miracle that you really want, or that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so interesting. Yeah.
And I feel like I have like a very, I don't know. I feel like because whenever I was talking at the beginning, where it's like the payoff thing, it's because recently something happened like that, and I had received like some sort of idea. I don't know if it was. I thought it was from God. I thought it was something that was important and was holy. And then it became a sort of hope that I held in my hands. I was like, this is something. This is something. I remember the day that I got it. I actually remember the exact date that I got this idea, and I put all my hope in it. Maybe this is part of my rushing. This is like the rushing part of the question. I rushed into having hope in it, and I also remember the exact date where it was confirmed to be farce, smoke, and mirrors. And I remember that day, and I felt the weight, the crushing weight of like all this time just waited, hoping, and it's all come to absolutely nothing. It's meant absolutely nothing. But that's how I felt at the time when it finally blew up in smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But that pain, like I remember that day I had to pretend to be like happy because I went out with my parents. I told Artie about this.
Mm-hmm.
It was Easter. I went out with my parents and I tried to be happy because it's like Easter Sunday. I gotta celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And it's like I tried to be happy. And then the whole rest of that week I tried to be happy, but like then eventually just letting that pain go all the way into the deepest part of myself. And I remember in Psalm 51, like the one with the repentance psalm, where he's like, you something about like God loves honesty in the innermost being. And I was like finally honest with myself. I was like, and to God about it. And it's like I feel like the weeks after Easter and after everything, I have gotten so much closer to God because life has become so much more difficult. Because I mentioned it. I feel like this is a good topic to because like life is so much more difficult now, and it's like now I'm glad. Now I'm glad that I like even if it wasn't from God, even if this idea was just like an idea that was floating around the atmosphere, and I just held on to it, and I made it mean something, and it was all just baloney, farce, lies, and I think like but this pain was absolutely necessary. Because I feel like now it's just like I pray like nonstop now. That's all I think about. It's like when can I get to God? When can I get to Him? Because He's everything.
Yeah.
My beloved,
Yeah.
That's
I feel like that's exactly the moment that I'm in right now. Like I feel like I've been praying so much more than I ever have in my entire life, and that's because of like so many things going on in my life that I think I might be dealing with or struggling with, or things that are so new to me, and I think I've grown so much closer to Him, being in the trials, being in problems and situations like that, and it's so beautiful just to know that I have somebody that I can lean on.
Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life.
Thank you, bro. I accept it. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't for me, but I take it in. I take it in.
Recíbalo.
I receive it.
During this moment, it was speaking of what was the question? Have you ever gone too fast?
Have you ever rushed into something that you
like rushing to it, bro. Like I don't think I necessarily felt prideful, but I felt so prepared. And then in the calling, I felt so hard. And like, that was the verse that I kept saying to myself. I was like, yo, remain steadfast. And I didn't. It was like, dang. I don't know, that verse is like very important to me. It's just like, remember the hope, remember the end. Like you think you have life now, just wait. For the blessings of this time are nothing compared to the future glory, Yeah. Suffer well.
I rushed so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many times I've been an idiot.
Oof.
I would say like I rushed so many times thinking that I was like wise enough to No, I was
Like-
just,
like-
I was,
oh,
being,
yeah,
I
you're
was just
like,
being,
oh, I
I
got
was just being
this.
stupid.
That's what I said at the beginning. Is
That's
like
the
I think
word.
being patient with myself is the hardest.
Yeah.
Patient once you made like that sort of mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's the hardest. Where I'm like, why would I do that?
Mhm.
Right? I'm like, why would you? And
And
then,
then-
it rolls into this thing.
It's funny because like the enemy will try to like trick you because it's like, oh, now that you failed, now you like, or like he'll give you this lie is like you only run to God when you fail, and it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, okay, bet, like I'm gonna keep being steadfast, and even when I'm good, I'm gonna keep it. Like just that challenge that like to say to the enemy is like, you think I'm gonna fall when I'm good? Like Job, like,
Mm-hmm.
like you can't take my faith. You can't take anything. If you the righteous live by faith, and you can't take my faith, you can't take my life.
Take my wife. Take my wife. I dare you.
On
I saw
Job's wife?
this is this comedy segment. It was like, this guy was saying how like, Satan took everything from Job except for his wife. That just saying something. Like his wife was.
Not in
Yeah.
Oh god.
Like Satan wanted to use his wife.
Like that one. That one's
Yeah.
helping me out.
Rough, bro. Rough.
That's crazy. Oh gosh.
Okay. More questions?
Do y'all want more questions?
I think a couple more. We have time for a couple more. What are we at? What are we at?
Well, I think this one. I think y'all all might have the same. I don't know if y'all have the same answers, but maybe you won't. So, what's a story of the Bible that inspires you about patience?
Oh.
Classic. Come on.
Job?
No.
What?
David, bro. He was anointed to be king, and then he said to be
yeah.
a shepherd the rest of the He was like, oh, I gotta be a shepherd now. Anointed to be king, but we just gotta, like, you're not ready, bro. You're already anointed. But, not right now.
He never forced his hand.
He never forced it in his hand. Just let it happen. What else? Another patient moment.
Yeah, but it was also cool during that. Like you see how God prepared him during
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like it
Very
was
much
like
prepared.
even like he's thinking like, oh, I guess I'll also see you win. But like during that moment of waiting, like God is preparing him for those moments. Remember?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I said Job because like at the beginning of the book you see that his request is like, let me speak to God now. Like let's take this
Yeah, God.
let's do this now. And then he's just being persistent and like I guess persistent in a sense like, no guys, like I want to talk to God, not you guys. And then he finally gets that. He finally gets that at the end. And he's like, dang, I gotta show myself love.
That's the funniest part, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you just like, God's like,
He gets put in
who are you?
Yeah.
who are you to talk to me like that, bro?
oh, that's so funny.
It's like, who are
It's
you?
like in your face.
But yeah, you got one?
I mean, I was gonna say David, but what about Joseph?
Oh, that one too. He gets the dream and then all. It's like the dream is like
Yeah.
that's the end. That's like the end of the story.
Yeah.
And it's just like, nope.
But he didn't get the whole vision of the how you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that part is probably the part of the Bible that gets me most consistent. Like I most consistently cry whenever they finally like when Joseph finally tells him like
bro.
I
when he
am
goes to
your
the
brother.
bathroom, he's like,
It's
he gets the whole.
like whenever I read that part, it's like dang.
So reading the 1 year Bible plan, I remember specifically these two reunions with Joseph and his brothers, and then Jacob and Esau. Because Jacob and Esau,
Oh, that's another good.
like Jacob thinks that Esau is like beefing with him, but then when they found him, it's just so wholesome.
He's like, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember reading that. I was just
It's just so like.
like brotherly love is just so important to me.
Because you have a lot of brothers.
And Brian's like, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, but,
I got you, bro.
Yeah, I love you, brother.
I don't have brothers.
My brothers in Christ Jesus. Yes,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple bros, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
Elias.
Elias. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Another one? This is the last one. How many more left?
Okay. So what are some things that you're currently waiting on that you feel?
Currently waiting on.
The next step.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's good. I'd rather not say.
I'll tell you
I
after.
keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I told
Yeah.
already about it. I told already about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys.
My life's getting interesting. You know, like, I don't want to say that in a practical sense, but it's just like,
The plot?
Like a plot is becoming here now.
Yeah, like it's picking up. It's picking up. Like it's mid-season, and it's like we're gearing up for the season finale. Like,
Yeah.
wait, but what would you say about these? The first question.
The first question? So, like, do you rush into something?
No. I meant who's an example to you in the Bible of the patience?
Okay. I think there's one that I was reading the 1 year Bible plan too, and like this was like at the beginning, and I was like, oh, this one like my heart was like, oh, this is so sweet. Wait, I can find it. I know it's in Genesis 29, but I'm trying to think of like where it is. I took a picture of it.
Isn't that look at like
Let me
Aaron and Moses,
cook
bro?
really
All those
quick.
thousands of pictures you have to go through.
Not really low key.
Your mother.
yeah, their relationship was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Huh?
But he was
Aaron
like
Moses?
he was away for like 20 years.
Alright, Genesis
Yeah.
29:20. So Jacob worked 7 years to pay for Rachel. But his
Oh.
love for her was so strong that it seemed to be a few days. I feel like that's very girly of me.
And then
to say that,
he has to
but-
do it again
And
after
then he
Leah.
did
Yeah.
14 years. And I
Bro,
think
poor Leah, bro.
I know.
For Jacob, what do you mean?
Poor everybody.
Everybody, it was just
There's
so
no,
sad. But
there's
it's
no
also-
good people in that story, bro.
Yeah, but like still,
Jacob gets like 4 baby mamas.
What was his
I
name?
know.
Zilpah and where's the Bilhah? Huh?
I forget that.
Oh, the slave or the
Yeah, the
the
main,
slave.
yeah.
slaves.
Bilhah and Zilpah. And then
Yeah.
they're all fighting, you know, and then he's like, I have a preference. And then she dies, and then he's like, I guess I hate everyone else now. But then he's buried with Leia, so it's like, I guess in the end he was like, she's
That's the one.
Redemption arc.
yeah, redemption arc for Leia. Yeah, he's buried with her. So it's like, I guess in the end he was like, I guess she was the one.
Yeah.
The
She
busted
gave him the
one.
most children too.
I
The
know.
busted one.
I mean, Rachel only gave her Benjamin and Joseph.
But you know, they're important guys.
Yeah.
Important guys.
But then you got like the main guys, the Levites, the Jew.
Yeah. But Reuben, failure. Simeon and Levi, they get curses too.
Yeah, they do.
But Judah.
Benjamin is the wolf.
Benjamin's a wolf. That's what I always thought was so weird about that. Whenever he gives
Yeah.
them curses and blessings, how is it that he knows to give the right blessings, right? Like, he gives it to Judah and Benjamin, and the only ones who make it to the end.
Yeah.
Well, the Levites kind of make it. The Levites kind of make it too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Is that it? Is there more questions?
I think that's it, guys.
Okay. Closing statements?
Closing statements.
I don't know if you have
I had to think of
questions.
this one.
Closing statements. What are we thinking? I think I got it.
You mean you're not gonna do this topic justice?
Oh, I was so scared. It's because I was so
It was
worried.
good, bro.
I was very worried about it because I don't know.
Because you just prepared it, right?
No, I didn't just prepare. It's been something I've been praying about. Again, like I was saying, I've been praying about patience a lot, so it's been something.
Remember,
that's
guys,
on
she's
my
had over a
mind.
month and a half.
I know.
We have.
It's kind of ironic. Like I've been praying about patience for so long, and I didn't like realize that this is what I wanted my topic to be about until like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Why I should talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to say your closing?
My closing statement. I said it to Artie
Go,
once.
Brian.
I said it to Artie once. You got to keep going. That's all there is. That's all there's left. You gotta keep going.
Okay,
Ooh.
Sebastian.
I'll just recite it again. James 1:12. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him.
He's patient with you and not wanting anyone to perish. He loves you so much.
I'll keep it lighthearted. Be careful when you're paying for patience. You don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Amen.
Bro, that's the reason why I lose my train of thought, because I just have so many sentences that I was like, which one do I pick?
Which